Okay, hello world. We are live on Facebook, YouTube, Instagram. We're all over the world. And we're live this evening with Dr. AJ.
Hello.
All things life coaching tonight. So we're going to wait on a few people to hop on. And then we'll tell them hello again. Okay. Hi, Carlene. Welcome. All right, so Instagram is filling up. I'm live on Instagram, actually. So people are popping in.
Hi, IG. Hi, Facebook. I'm trying to see how to be like you, Julia, and get people on Facebook. So we're working that out as we speak. Tell me what you need from me.
All right, so the link that I see, you can just send that one out. So people will join us live here in this room, actually.
Okay. Awesome.
Those of you who are just joining, please share this in somebody's DM. We're not going to be here for long, 30 minutes max. So share this in somebody's DM. Send it in either your WhatsApp and tell them to come and join us. We're having a wonderful conversation over here. We're going to be talking about life coaching. And it's one of those topics, like in my culture, life coaching is one of those topics that is either new and people are not quite sure what this life coaching thing is about, and then there is another set of people who are like, I don't know if I want to do that. That sounds like too much for me right now.
Right.
So we're going to break some tonight and share with you from share the facts with you from the life coach expert herself.
Right.
We're just gonna clear up a lot of things. All right, those people who are joining, please jump in the chat and let us know who you are, where you're joining from.
And I'm trying to get more people to join us.
Yeah.
And I'm typing with my left hand, and I'm a right-handed person, so we're trying to make this work, you know.
Oh my goodness.
Let's see.
Keep the chat alive, guys. Don't let it stay quiet.
I wish I could see it. Oh my goodness, I feel left out.
Oh no. Let's see.
You're the tech genius, so I'll see how we can include me.
Hi, Resource Queen.
Hey, y'all, even though I can't see you, I'm part of this conversation. Okay, so we're on your page. Oh, I see us. Look at us. Oh, okay. You're teaching me so much. All this free training. Okay.
Yeah, so copy that link and share. All right, so Carlene is from Trelawney in Jamaica. Resource Queen, where are you from? Those people who are joining us on Facebook and YouTube, feel free to jump in the chat and let us know as well.
Yes, I'm in Atlanta, Georgia. So if you're here with me, you hot and cold at the same time. Mm-hmm.
Lord have mercy.
And we were blessed with our extra hour of sleep.
Oh yeah. Because you went back on the clock this week, yesterday. Actually.
Yeah. So I took advantage of that in the form of a nap. So here we are.
Here we are. All right. So we're gonna get started. Make sure you're sharing. We're gonna jump right into things. All right. So officially, I want to welcome Dr. AJ. She's giving you a little wave.
I'm showing my bracelets off.
Showing your bracelet. Oh, I forgot to put on mine. We are going to be having just a very live conversation. There is nothing planned here. I have a few questions. Of course, Julia is always prepared. But in the same breath, I want you to share your questions as well inside of the chat wherever you're watching on any of them. You're seeing all of them right here. Now, just to give you a brief introduction, I literally met Dr. AJ a few weeks ago. And I feel like I've known her all my life. Oh. We've been giggling, doing all sorts of things. But it's all It's all in the name of just empowering you. Corinthia, Denise, Dixie, welcome, welcome, welcome. Are you able to see the chat now?
I tagged her. I know she was trying to jump on earlier.
Oh, okay. She's here. She's here. She's here.
Hey, Coach Corinthia. I'm
All right.
multitasking.
So,
Okay.
oh, trust me. All right. So, Dr. AJ, we met literally just a few weeks ago in a program that we are both a part of, and she is going to be one of our expert speakers at P3 Summit. So we have to talk about that first and foremost. If you don't know what P3 Summit is, it's a 2-day conference. We're pulling experts from all around the world to help you do 3 things: to identify your purpose, discover what your passions are, and how you can use those passions and turn them into a profitable income stream. We have some amazing speakers who are going to be covering all areas of passion, purpose, and profit. So if you're at that crossroads in your life where you're thinking to yourself, what should I do next? Is COVID going to be over anytime soon? Where do I go from here? How do I transition from this miserable job, this burnt out job, whatever it is that you are thinking about doing? Like if you're having second thoughts about your future, this is the event that you need to be at. And I'm going to give you the link right now. It's at p3summit.net. I'm pulling that up on the screen right now so you can go and register. So, Dr. AJ, give them just the title alone of your presentation for P3 Summit. We're not giving away anything tonight. You have to come to the summit to hear exactly what she's going to be sharing. Tell them.
Okay, so it's at the bottom, y'all. She is so fancy. I'm telling you, click the link, sign up, and tell them Dr. AJ sent you. How about that? Okay. Yeah. You said the title.
Just the title.
The number keeps changing, Julia. So I figure by the time they watch it, we'll be at $1 million. But the current title, as of today, is How I Made $74,000 in 18 months as a Black woman certified life coach, working about 10 hours a week or so. And I break down the little tiny details that I didn't even think people would ask, but Julia brought it out of me. So we're going to be dropping some juicy secrets, y'all.
Okay. You're going to be getting all of that and more when you come to the summit on the 29th and the 30th of November. But what we're going to be talking about this evening is how to view life coaching, because that is exactly what she does. She is a certified life coach. So how do you view that as a viable career option? I was sharing with her earlier that in my circles, we have 2 opinions on life coaching. One is that people literally just shy away from it because it just sounds like something completely foreign. Or the other thing is like, yeah, it sounds good, but probably not for me. I don't know about this life coaching thing. I don't know how to give advice and all that. So we want to break down those barriers this evening, tonight, this morning, this afternoon, wherever you're joining from, and just share with you what the possibilities are. So just to go back a few years, Dr. AJ, what exactly were you doing before life coaching found you?
Woo! First, I want to shout out to my coaches who are here. Coach Corinthia, Denise Dixon, thank you for representing, girl. Hello, Kamala. I see Sandra. Someone said good night, ladies. So, Ruel. So y'all are all over the world. So before coaching, I was dealing with the death of my mom and a divorce happening on the same day. I was also dealing with homelessness and dropping out of college and so many other things, like the downsizing of my corporate career. And I came into contact with 2 life coaches, lady life coaches, and they said, you got to write a book. And that's what I did. I started speaking from that book, made my first $13,000 as a coach who spoke and was an authoress, as a bestseller on Amazon. And then it led to private coaching clients and then group coaching. I also spent about 6 years really honing in on my niche and finding out that life coaching is not about giving advice. It's not about sharing your opinion. It's not about telling people what to do. And so I knew I had to have that right before I got out there as a coach. And I'm glad I did, because I ended up partnering with the same life coach certification training company that certified me all those years ago. Got my degree in training and development. And here we are 18 months into my brand new online brand called the International Center for Life Coach Training, LLC. Says certified life coach. Can't go too high, but you know. That's where we are. Almost 200 Black women of faith certified around the world and doing their thing to increase their impact, influence, and income in their own lives and in their families. So that's a little bit about where I was and kind of where I am now. And if you want to go into more detail, we can talk.
I don't know if you guys noticed, he just browsing over everything. Like, oh, no big deal. Over 200 across the world. So you have the best of the best here tonight. You're all paying attention. I see questions popping up already. Please go ahead and drop your questions in the chat. I'm definitely gonna be coming back to them. Somebody says you are a warrior. To be dealing with all of
Thank you
in one instance, still be able to turn it into something good. That's awesome.
Thank you. And I have a birthday coming up soon. Yeah, I remember before, because I saw Aqua made the comment about warrior, and it just made me think of you, Aqua. I don't even know you, but I know your spirit and why you're here. And I know Julia has a beautiful spirit. And people always tell me, you know, they're attracted to my energy and my spirit and my personality. And I know it's the anointing. We're both women of God, Black women of God. Okay. But when my mom wanted a daughter, she prayed for me. And I won that race. Literally, my first win in life was getting here. But I always take my story of survival and turning it back on those who show up to glean from whatever I share. Someone is praying for you right now. Literally, someone is praying for you to show up and give them what they need as a coach, as a servant, as a minister, as a woman of God, whoever you are, wherever you are. They're praying for you too. Yeah. So you're literally the answer to someone's prayer, just like I was. So that warrior, you see that warrior because it's in you as well. So thank you for that comment.
Hey, I love that. How does one get started in life coaching? Because somebody shared a quote on social media the other day, and it was just a thought-provoking question asking, do you believe that the world is moving from a degree-based to more skills-based work environment? Something of that sort. And I thought about that because I know a lot of people think that, yes, there are credentials for life coaching, but do you necessarily need them to become a certified life coach?
Yeah, so life coaching in the US, the United States, I can't speak for other countries. I'm here, so I speak on what I know about. And in the US, we are an unregulated industry. We're unpoliced and ungoverned, which means we don't have anyone governing us saying, you're not coaching correctly. You could be sued for this, although life coaches can be named in lawsuits. Did you know that? There are 3 different types of insurance that we need in our coaching business to protect us legally. And one of them I found out recently comes with renter's insurance, homeowner's insurance. So you got to stay with the crew who knows what to do in this space. While you don't need a degree to coach, because it's not psychology or counseling or diagnosing people or writing prescriptions or, you know, trying to get to the root cause of why do you think you act like that? And how do you feel about this? We take you from where you are and we move you forward from your present to your future. Whereas counseling goes from where you are presently to your past. You know, who can we blame for how you are, you know, and how can we redo that thing in your mind? You know, you can combine coaching and counseling, but counseling, you need a degree, several $100,000 in debt. Coaching, you just need a certification. And it's not even mandatory to be certified, but think about it. Like, you are helping someone with their life. Like, would you want somebody helping you that was unskilled? You know, like, I think you should do it like this. It's so much. And that's why some coaches have been sued, because they're not certified, they're not skilled, they haven't been professionally trained. So again, while you don't need a degree, a certification in my crew is highly recommended, because that means you've invested in yourself, you've invested in your craft and your skill, and you're not worried about imposter syndrome. If you haven't been certified, you should be scared of if somebody's going to find out you're a fraud. You should be,
Yeah.
because it's not safe to just, go out and wing it or copy and paste what you see other people do or try to guess or Google your way through this thing. It does take research. But instead of trying to research on your own, which could take years of you saying, I'm still researching, you need to find a crew that does this for real, for real. It's not theory. It's not practical. I mean, it is practical. It's not theory, but it's practicing. Like, we're actually in the field learning from these mistakes and shaving years off of what could be research, or I'm praying about it, or one day I think I might want to someday maybe become a life coach. It's shaving all those years. So hopefully that helps answer some questions about, where to get started. Do I need a degree, etc.
And I think that, like, even though it's an unregulated industry right here in Jamaica as well, because I have a couple of friends colleagues that I see who do life coach training. But in terms of getting yourself prepared for that post, you have to have a certain level of knowledge. You have to have certain systems. You have to have practical strategies that you're going to be sharing with your clients.
Yes.
And that's not something that you just randomly pick out of the
right. Some people do, though. Some people do. But
that's a whole other story. Let's not go there.
Right.
Trust me. But it prepares you more. It prepares you a whole lot better, so that when you sit in front of your client, or you're even going out there to find clients, you are well equipped. You show up confidently, because you definitely know what you're about. You're not fishing around trying to figure things out. You know what you're about. So, and as you rightfully said, shaving off like 10, 20 years off of your study to try and figure out this thing on your own.
Yeah, and I keep saying, find a community. If you guys, I don't know I guess they see what we see. I think I'm seeing everything now. I feel so privileged, like screens and lower thirds. But if you look in the bottom of the screen, Vanna Black here. I don't know how to. FutureBlackLifeCoaches.com is my community where we are shaving years off of your research process, because some people, now it's two things I wanted to say. Number one, there are agencies in the industry, like if you go to Google and you're looking for life coach certification, and people think you can only go one way with it, which is spending $20,000 plus and years and upon years studying coaching. Child, I have shaved the years off of that by training with someone who trained with the founder of life coaching. And so I have seen what's needed, what's not needed, plus catering it to Black women of faith who look like me, whose story and struggle and success and warriorhood looks like mine, so we're learning from each other. We're growing together. And as I mentioned, I'm doing this work. And so you have to, again, get in communities that looks like where you want to go, because in order to get started, you kind of got to know what it looks like. Like, I knew I wanted to be a coach, but I would not call myself a coach until I got certified. And that piece of paper proved what I needed. And my mentor that certified me, he was my first $1 million mentor. He said, you're going to do great things in this space. And to hold true to that, again, here we are, $74,000 in the last 18 months online during a pandemic, almost 200 Black women certified life coaches around the world. And so, starting with what's available, but shaving time off, but not even taking the cheapest or shortest route. So how I train and certify, you have two options. You can do it in 24 hours. We have a one-day training, or you can do it in 24 weeks, which is 6 months. And we give you time because everybody learns different. Some of us like to hear and see and touch and feel and smell pages and highlight and notes. But be careful where you sup. Y'all know, as Christians, but as Black people, I'm gonna speak for Black folks. I can't speak for your whole audience, Julia. But we don't need at everybody's table, which also means we don't just let anybody pour into our lives or speak into our life, especially when it comes to our education. And so make sure that you're not going with the cheapest route out there either, because you're also going to leave malnourished. You're going to be looking for more sustenance, something that sticks to your bones, something that you can relate to. And so, and I know that because I get those calls saying, I took so-and-so's training, but I'm missing something. I need more. You seem like you offer more. What am I missing? How can I come to FutureBlackLifeCoaches.com? So it's a process, but this is where you start with communities who look like you and look like where you want to go. Or as I say, your skin, your story, and your success, they match, they align. So.
Yeah, 2 points I want to highlight, and then we transition to our first question, is that you said you need to be looking for coaches that look like you and look like where you want to go. And
Mm-hmm.
a lot of times we make the mistake of just going with whoever is hype in the moment. Like whatever is hot, whatever is in, whichever coach is being highlighted on this very famous platform. That's the coach I
Okay.
want. Doesn't matter
Yeah.
how much it costs. That's the person I want because they're
Yeah.
popular. Hello. The least popular of these, the stone that the builder rejected, can be the chief
Come on, minister. Come on.
because a lot of times you find that these popular individuals, there is no connection there. And then you leave the
Mm.
training feeling empty. You feel like, oh, okay, this is probably not worth my money.
Yeah, and we call that coach hurt because at the end of the day, you didn't get what you signed up for. Or you feel like, well, why am I not where this person is? I gave them $15,000. I gave $18,000 in a couple years of my life, and I still feel unfulfilled. And then I get those calls like, yeah, I gave up my life savings in the kids' college fund, but can you help me? Because I still feel like I'm missing something. And I send them over to futureblackLifeCoaches.com because that's the starting place of you not diving right back into it, but you seeing what's available. That's why I said take your time, look for someone who looks like you. It may go deeper than just skin. I have 5 coaches. 3 of them don't look nothing like me other than their stories of being women of color. One is Russian, one lives in Korea, and one lives in Australia. And all I'm there for is how to make this money, sis, and we get it together. So you got to look for someone whose success looks like where you want to go. It could be, a Christian coach. It could be a marketing coach, a mindset coach. It could be a relationship coach, just teaching you self-love and how to show up for yourself as you get out there for your clients. So you really have to dive into who these people are, or as one of my coaching colleagues says, look for the receipts. Look for those
Yeah.
success stories that look like the success story you want to see and replace. Can you replace your picture with that success story and say, okay, this coach can help me get there? Those are some characteristics to look forward to before you invest all this money and all this time trying to be like what you see on TV. Okay.
Exactly. And then you end up, as you say, with something missing. So let's talk about one of those questions we got earlier that speaks directly to this. And I'm going to read it as it comes so you guys can understand what Dr. AJ is talking about. I recently received my certification in life coaching. I'm assuming she didn't do it with you. And I'm still anxious about how to properly start my business, pricing, and clients. I can't wait to tune in tonight. So I hope she's here. I'm not sure.
I
So
hope
pretty
so
much,
too.
she did some training. She still doesn't know how to start her business. She doesn't know how to price her course, her program, find clients, and etc. What advice do you have for Nicole?
Nicole, head over to futurebblacklifecoaches.com. Say you came from the P3 Summit pre-party. That is something that we definitely address in our one-day training. We have a couple of coaches on here. Coaches, can you speak up for me? And is do you have your pricing together, sis? Like, just let us know, because we walk through. There are 36 regular American household expenses you must account for when it comes to pricing your services. Those are just the personal household expenses. Then you have business expenses. All of that has to be factored into your pricing, but you wouldn't know what they are even with a quick Google search. Again, this came from years of researching and me sitting down with what is needed for you to know, like, if you're like a lot of coaches that I deal with, and we got a special event coming up, they're like, God told me to step out on faith and leave my job. So I'm going to put in my 2 weeks notice. And I'm like, well, what's your plan, sis? How many clients do you want to have? What are you going to charge? What are you offering them? Have you been trained? What is the plan so that maybe it don't happen in 2 weeks, but maybe 365 days from today, you have an action plan of what to go do. Like you're doing something every day to get you closer to that goal of taking that leap of faith. And you have a vision that is written so that he who reads it can run with it, like the scripture says. So pricing, finding clients, getting those clients to return, finding out who those clients are and where they are and how to get them to say yes. I give you all those answers in my life coach certification training. I'm not going to put it out there on the air for free because almost 200 women have invested in this. That's where that 74K came from in 18 months. So I want to be fair to those who are willing to invest in their skill. and do the research, do the connecting, do the networking that's needed to get you where you want to go. Because another thing we do, especially as women, we will piecemeal together things for free, jump on everybody's email list, download everybody's ebook, jump on everybody's lives, try to, go to every free webinar we can, trying to guess the pieces to the puzzle. But again, you have to find someone who's already mapped it out. They're walking this walk. They can show you the way, and it matches what you say God has told you to do. So hopefully that helps answer the question. I do dive in on my weekly lives that I share in our free Facebook group that's over at futureblackLifeCoaches.com. Y'all can come on just like this and talk. Y'all can tell I'm used to engaging and seeing who's on here and continuing the conversation, because this is what's missing in the industry. And this is why I'm here, to help with that misinformation that's out there. Because no, I won't tell nobody to just go quit their job, because bills is still due, sis. You got to have a plan, a payment plan, if you will.
Exactly. And that's what a lot of people are missing, because we are not cultured to create a plan for the future.
Yes.
We're not cultured like that. We're cultured to plan for college and plan for the job that you want to get once you leave college. But that's pretty much it. And so we don't know how to apply these same principles in our business and in our life. And that's very, very important. If you don't have a plan, you automatically are going to fail, like literally.
Right.
I'm going to jump in. One more question I see in the chat. If you have any questions for Dr. AJ, please drop them in the chat right now. We're going through the questions on Instagram, YouTube, Facebook, everywhere. Just type your questions in the chat. I'm seeing all of the questions and comments coming through. All right, so this question here is from Corinthia. Yes. Why should someone hire a life coach?
So that's Coach Corinthia Denise Dixie. She's here in Atlanta with us. She is one of our brilliantly certified, successful Black women life coaches. She is doing some amazing things. She's one of our success stories. She don't know it, but I'm using her in an upcoming event soon. She just secured her first weekly paid client. I'm like, that's what I'm talking about. I ain't been paid weekly from just doing what I love since 14 years old. How many of y'all had a weekly paycheck? So we're celebrating her and her success. She got a lot of great things coming up. While she knows the answer to this, I did ask her to post the question, and she did. So thank you, Coach Corinthia. So someone will hire a life coach because you've gotten yourself as far as you could get yourself, and you're ready to lock arms and join faith. And I'm a woman of God. I do not apologize for it, but the Bible says where 2 or 3 are gathered together in his name, he shall be in the midst. And so when you join your faith with someone else's faith who sees your goals, your dreams, and your vision, they're not biased. They're not judging you. They're not like, girl, your little business, won't you get a real job? Or do like my little friends used to do back in the day and slide me who's hiring emails. They don't do that to you. They listen to what you say you want, and they're not trying to sway you either way. We're just sitting there asking you about your life goals. What do you want? And most of us, especially if you're not in coaching, we don't have that support system around us. We don't have a person we can just sit on the phone and talk to for 30 minutes to an hour just about what we want out of life. And that person actually care that we get it and hold our hands until we get it. They're not trying to tell us what to do, but they're just questioning, why would you like this? When would you want this? How do you think it would look when you get it? How when it shows up? Those are some of the basics of the foundational principles of being a really good life coach, having somebody hold your hand as the client. And then our coaches have coaches. I told y'all I have 5 coaches. So get you somebody who's also being coached, because again, this is an unpoliced industry. It's unregulated. And so we don't have a covering per se. So you have to find that covering through coaches who are going higher and getting to where you want to go. But that's one reason people would hire a life coach, is because you realize you've done as much as you can on your own. You don't have the support system in place to get to where you want to go. Because as people say so much to me is, I want this, but I don't know what it looks like. I don't know how to get there. Your life coach is there to question you to death, okay? Or shall I say to life, until you get what you say you want. So that's the number one reason people hire a life coach.
And if you're in that place right now where you've done all you can, you're not sure what else to do, and you're frustrated that your life is not moving 1 millimeter at all, then this is the time that you need to call in for backup. Call in the support. So we have Dr. AJ here today. She's going to be speaking at P3 Summit on November 29 and 30 as well. And the summit itself is all about taking you from where you are now to the level that you really and truly want to be. So as a life coach, she's going to be sharing her topic. I smile for you every time I think about it. How she was able to make 74,000 US dollars in 18 months as a life coach. How many of us have been able to see that in our hands in our lifetime, our entire lifetime? Not many Black women, not many Jamaican individuals. Let me talk for my people here. Not many of us. And so one of the things I'm advocating for is just building wealth, and not just building wealth, but building generational wealth. So when this first level of wealth dies, the wealth does not die with me. And that's all a part of it, like building a business that can continuously generate streams and streams of income years and years and years in the future. So Dr. AJ is going to be giving you a little tips of it. That's what we say in Jamaica, little tips, meaning a small amount of how you were able to get to that place in P3 Summit. So make sure you go and register. The registration link. By the way, guys, FYI, the summit is free. I'm just saying, you know what I mean? It's free. So go to p3summit.com to register for the summit. Like we're literally 3 weeks away and you don't want
.net.
p3summit.net. N-E-T. It's on your screen, guys. Don't make any mistakes. And again, follow Dr. AJ on her platform. She's on Instagram, Facebook, LinkedIn, YouTube. I don't remember if you're on YouTube.
We have a podcast. But if you start with futureblackLifeCoaches.com, I promise you, I will show you all the resources. I have over 300 videos out there, 50 plus podcast episodes as of today. And so many resources that can get you started. And just FYI, coaching is not counseling. So notice we have not talked about, trying to tell people what's wrong with them or diagnosing them or telling them what to do or sharing our opinions or putting our stuff on them. So this is to get you educated. When you join us over at futureblackLifeCoaches.com, when you sign up for p3summit.net, I'm giving you those secret 10 steps that I use. Notice I said, write the vision, make it plain. I literally wrote out these answers for you guys, thanks to the wonderful coaching and questioning from Julia. And I'm giving you those secrets to my last $74,000. It's more than that now, y'all. Well, we try to stick with the title that I made in 18 months working about 10 hours a week from the comfort of my home. So this does get into building generational wealth. And even if you're like me, you're single, no kids, or maybe, your kids are grown and they don't want the type of business that you want to leave them. It's about investing knowledge, because when you impact one life, you impact generations. And that's what my work is doing as a master life coach certification trainer for Black women of faith, impacting lives through changing one life at a time by certifying Black women of faith. So if this is something that interests you, you definitely want to join us at blacklifecoaches.com. But I want to see you at P3, okay? Because it's not just me. We walk heavy. It's a lot of us. We coming. We bringing the heat, right?
We're bringing the heat. Like over 10 speakers from, where are we? 5 countries all across the world, just sharing different levels of expertise with you to help you to move to the next level. And I want to see you there. Any more questions from you guys? If not, we're going to be logging out for today. Let me see. Any questions popping up on Instagram?
Sonia says, hashtag P3 Summit. Yes, start the trend, girl. That's what I'm talking about. Thank y'all for joining in and jumping in the comments. If we got a last question, I'm happy to answer. I'm about to start coughing. That's always my cue to go on and wrap it up. So I'm trying to hang in there.
All right, so no more questions. All right, so I think we're going to wrap up right here. Thank you again for joining us tonight.
Thank y'all. She said, what? But I just joined. Girl, go watch the replay real quick. Hit rewind. Welcome. We'll see you on the replay.
Welcome. Go watch the replay. Right. And make sure you register for p3summit.net. Go do it now. All right. If you have any other questions for Dr. AJ, please go and follow her at Dr. AJ Austin. Go to her page. Let me put that up on the screen again so you can find her. So whenever you go to her website, you'll get the links to all of her socials and connect with her there. You can DM her, ask her your questions directly, or just jump on P3 Summit, and we're going to have a wonderful time inside of that event as well. Guys, we'll see you for another live. Our speakers are going to be coming on between now and the date of the event. They're going to be sharing their stories, the backstories of how they got to this place, and just to inspire you and encourage you to join the main event, because there's a lot more strategies and tips that are going to be shared inside of the actual summit itself. So make sure you register. Look out for us when we go live online again. And we'll see you in the next one. I see a whole bunch of hearts going up on Instagram. Thank you, guys.
Thank you, IG.
Facebook, bye, YouTube. See you on another live. Wait, is this another question coming in? Or somebody telling us bye? Is the summit free? Yes, it is. You have an opportunity to upgrade your pass, but you do have free access. So go ahead, p3summit.net. All the information is there. Make sure you just register to join. There are things already happening in the group. You don't want to miss out on that stuff.
Oh, I got to say my closing. Let me say this.
Yes.
There's someone somewhere. They are waiting on you, sis, to walk in your destiny so they can walk into theirs, because it's when you impact just one life, you impact generations. Even if that one life is yours, y'all, let your light shine, because you're giving others permission to do the same. I'm Dr. AJ Austin. I'll see y'all at p3summit.net. You can also find me in the meantime, in between time, at futureblackLifeCoaches.com. Thank you, Julia, for all your hard work. I just got to love on you for a little bit. This has been such a great experience, and you're doing it, girl. So congratulations on your success, sis.
Thank you. Thank you. And you have lyrics, just take it from me. You just have lyrics. You have lyrics. Right, Jamaican people should have lyrics, so yeah.
Oh, I gotta look that up. What that mean?
It means, how do I explain this? Oh my gosh.
Oh Lord, I'm getting
we'll come up here.
Okay. In the green room behind the stage. I need to let Jamaica. All right.
We're having too much fun.
Right. Bye, y'all.
Bye, Instagram.